do a specific job or a duty.
You know, and that's the thing. Like they chose that job. They're a professional at that job, and the ones that you really should be hearing their opinions about this sort of subject are those professionals. But if they speak out and talk about it, if just enough people get upset about it, it's very likely they'll twist the higher up's hand through media and, you know, get that person removed from their position. So the ones that we want to hear from, the ones that have the specialty in this field, don't really get an opportunity to speak out and speak like a real human. They have to kind of, they got to do the public statements, and it's got to be all curated. And a lot of people don't want to listen to that because it doesn't sound real. So that's why those stories really don't make it on top. You know, all the negative stuff makes it on top too. So I guess they'd like to hear. I think that's what the media likes to push, in my opinion.
Drama, drama, and more drama. I mean, the truth is hidden behind all kind of curtains that they choose to conceal stuff, because it's whatever fits them better to promote each time. It's not the truth that they are concerned. It's about making more money and more profit.
I mean, I wish somebody. I feel bad for Matt because he's just a regular person. He wasn't specialized in this. A lot of people just kind of jump on this, like, holy crap, this is crazy. So, you know, I'm gonna make something about it. Add my 2 cents to the awareness campaign of this. It's just Matt somehow went viral. I think with the timing had to do with the CP ban and Pokemon getting upset about it. But I want to hear from like professionals. I want to get their opinion on what's happening on this.
To give Matt some credit, though, I would have never had the courage to get involved because of the way he advertised it. It was so extreme. I think he did a very good job. I don't think he really should have got into the ad revenue part of it in his first talk about it. I think that's where he messed up, to be honest.
I can see where you're coming from. I think if I had to say where he messed up, if I was asked that, I think it would be the live streaming. When he started live streaming a lot, and he really didn't connect and get more information and connect with the community that's been involved in it.
See, I noticed he did start live streaming a lot, but I didn't watch a single one, honestly. Maybe I need to.
Yeah, they're long. I mean, you can skim through some of them, but that's where everybody's like pulling the stuff from and trying to use that to, you know, maybe slander or smear his character. I mean, he said some stupid stuff too, but that's how live streams are. We're on a live stream right now. I might make a mistake and say something, and that'll be twisted and taken out of context more likely. My thing though is that no matter how he went about it, even if let's say I was backing him up for going for advertisers would not have pulled their stuff if there wasn't a problem. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter how he went about it. They would not have pulled it if there wasn't a legitimate problem. And we can back it up that since 2006, these same methods, the ways that they do what they do, like, you know, trying to slowly hear something, show them their feed, and, you know, going forward on more.
For me personally, what Matt did and I didn't like was he didn't censor the children that he showed in his channel, because by not censoring the children that you saw being exploited, you exploit them further. And this thing can go on forever. It promotes all kinds of bad stuff.
Yeah, it was tactless not to censor. But his video did take effect. It did get noticed, and it sucks that he had to get a character assassination put on him to the point that he's in hiding now. He's probably afraid. I mean, somebody told me he's getting death threats, so...
well, hey, it's good that I hear about this now, because I'm kind of going down the same route with what I'm doing on my channel, and maybe it's not the best idea, because I'm supplying all these links and stuff to these channels. Of course, that's not my intent, to lure people into the darkness that is the YouTube pedo world, but it's supposed to be exposing, and hopefully people will come by and start reporting these channels. Yeah. I don't really know any other way to do it other than that.
I mean, there really isn't. I can't blame a person for going down that route. You know, I've heard that argument countless times, and I'm sure Val has. You know, you're posting a link to report, but you're giving a predator, you know, the opportunity to do something. Like, what do? You just don't do nothing? You know, yes, you report. It doesn't get taken down usually quick enough, especially on live stream. If this wasn't a live stream, maybe it wouldn't be such a neat ASAP attention needed to be looked at to it, but the live streams, and YouTube has allowed that since 2017.
Okay, see, the whole purpose of what I was trying to do, and the reason I wasn't trying to filter any of it out, is because I want to publicly shame these people. That's the whole point. Like, look, this is what they're doing. There's no hiding it. I'm looking at it right now on the web. You can too. This is what it is.
Yeah, it's not like you're not like teaching people how to go to the deep web and all that stuff to do, to do what's on the clear net. You can literally type in Tandy, and you'll find, groups of people that are in that vein of stuff. Like, it's ridiculous. It's all on YouTube. It's on a platform that's meant to be for everyone.
Hey man, I'm just trying to raise awareness, and I think that's our entire purpose. That's all my goal is, but maybe I do need to have more tact. Maybe I should do it in a different way.
I mean, no one is born with a manual on how to do this properly. It's not something that we are aware of how to do. You do stuff and you learn by your mistakes. It's
At
not
least
like
these will be mass flagged now. So these will go down when they notice. But there's so many left out there that also need mass flagging. You don't want to link them. Yeah, there's not really good solutions provided so far.
Well, I don't want to discourage anyone from wanting to spread awareness, but I always say take your time with some of the stuff. Like, if you need to talk to other people, you should talk to other people about, like with whatever video you're making. I would highly suggest, share it with us before you actually publish it. If there's any tips we can give you, we will, and then maybe publish it afterwards, and you can decide if you want to take that advice or not.
Yeah, I guess I could. I'll upload it still, but I'll just make it a private link.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll enlist it so I can share it with the other members, and they can help out with giving suggestions or adding extra content.
Well, you see what I'm doing. Pretty much my first 2 videos, that's pretty much going to be the content. If you think it should be, ratified in any way, let me know and I'll correct it.
I'll definitely take a look at it. I haven't looked at it yet. I'm sorry. I've got so much going on.
Dude, pretty much I'm just going to these people's pages and exposing what they're doing. I'm not using my real voice or anything. I'm using some stupid robot voice online, but yeah.
Just be sure.
I see somebody from Crackling Crow ask what you guys are trying to accomplish. The best thing is spreading awareness, preventing more kids from being groomed and exploited. Right now, if you want proof of it happening, just go to YouTube, type in "hi," "bored," "dare," something like that, and then go to live stream. You see it for yourself. Happens every day, and nothing's been fixed since not 2006. 2017 for the live stream issue. Because what they did with the live stream is that they used to have a subscriber count. You had to be, I think, 100 or 1,000 to be able to live. And then at 2017, they eliminated that, so anybody can live stream. I think it just takes a day to verify your account, and you see a ton of kids live streaming because of it. Either they get it from their parents, they get verified through their parents, or they do it themselves.
And I mean, accomplishing this stuff is not gonna happen overnight. It's not something that can have an immediate impact, but not doing anything also doesn't help. So if everyone could sip some time of their free time and do just a small promotion of material like that, it could go and create a bigger picture that can help the child exploitation scene online.
I mean, if I pull it up right now on screen, just one search for live streams, and just scroll to like numerous amount of underage streamers live right now.
Looking at Crow's comment, thank you, Crow. And I just want to say, like, I'm not really against Matt. I feel more bad about the character assassination he got. I think that's kind of messed up. I'm not really happy with every single thing he did, but that was his way of spreading a message out. And like I said earlier, if advertisers didn't have a reason to pull out, they wouldn't have.
Okay, Crow wants to know the goal. I believe our goal is to hopefully cause some concern with YouTube and make them see the error in their ways, that they need to change how they're running their show. It's too easy for this stuff to happen, so we're exposing it. That's what we're all about.
That's a good way to say it too.
Yep. To make a change about that live stream just showed there were at least 20 children live right now. They're all probably being targeted by bad people. That needs to end. I'm not even gonna show a click time. Privacy stuff. It's just so widespread and easy.
Well, just like we talked about earlier too, with YouTube's search algorithms, with YouTube's preference and thumbnails for a lot of these videos, that stuff needs to change.
I said this before. A lot of people always say you guys need to find solutions. You guys should come up with solutions and quit complaining. Not that I don't disagree with that. A lot of people complain. They should come up with solutions. But this is YouTube's job. They should be the ones coming up with solutions. But going back to an idea for that, I just don't see why YouTube doesn't curate their system in a TV rating system. I mean, why they don't make a TV rating system similar to like how Netflix is or how it used to be on standard television. So TVY7, PG-13. So if a kid is young, and YouTube needs to just admit they have an audience of younger than 13-year-olds, why not have a system in place where if they upload videos, it's just for that crowd of kids, and that if the channel is meant to be monetized, it's verified as an adult owned channel or adult run channel, that it's curated for that correct audience content, that it's not just messed up stuff like Elsagate, and for what we're seeing, that might help this issue a lot. So if the algorithm, the AI, and they do anything with it like the NCMEC does, they have their own little program that helps detect possible underage or even previously shared CP content. Why can't YouTube's algorithm do something similar, or just use what they have and kind of prevent and mitigate these problems always occurring?
Yes, exactly. And it would have to be something that's tied to the account. It wouldn't be a per upload thing. It would be, okay, if you're in such age group for this account, well then that's the audience only.
Exactly, because I'm not a fan of their band-aid fix of removing comments. I hope that isn't a permanent thing. I think that's just creating censorship, and I'm not for that. I don't want to see censorship, but you have to have a filtration system if you're going to have kids on your platform.
Why can't they do something as simple as, contact these kids and, explain to them why what they're doing is wrong? Like, are they even attempting to do that? It doesn't seem like it, because they're still keeping these kids' videos up and running. So first, they need to take down the videos that are questionable, and then explain to the kids why they're being taken down, explain to them the dangers. Like you said, we shouldn't have to be doing YouTube's job for them, but here we are.
That's another thing you brought up a good point. A lot of these kids feel like they are copyright infringing on something, because that was the excuse for their stuff being taken down. Later on, they create a new live stream or video saying, why did I get copyright strikes or something? So the reasons their stuff gets taken down isn't explained to the young people as well, so that's also an issue. There's no communication. I mean, the fact that they shouldn't really be on YouTube according to their policy standards, 13 and under are not allowed to be up there, and I believe that's a legal obligation as well, unless it's verified or adult ran. But I just don't see why there's not a simple communication thing. You're too young to be on YouTube live streaming, or you did something inappropriate, something like that. Instead, no, we took your video down because of copyright infringement.
Exactly. It's not all about copyrights. And guess what? Kids are smarter now than they've ever been. Give them some credit. A lot of them know what they are doing.
Also, FYI, Crackling Crow, Exposing Exploitation has been around longer than Matt, before his viral became big. Fun fact is that he actually took a lot of the information from us, I believe, and other groups as well, and helped make his video. You can see it in his video where our subreddit was posted. as people that have been talking about this for a while. That's why the biggest thing I'm a little bit irritated with Matt, and I hope he's listening too, because I'd love for him to get involved and talk with us. Even just, it doesn't have to be on live stream. I just want, I'd like to talk to him, because I think what he did was admirable, but he just went about it the wrong way and he didn't know enough. This isn't something that, you go to school learning. You have to specialize in it over time.
That's another mistake he made, in my opinion, because he tried to do this solo, like going out alone like a superhero and trying to fight by himself. But you need others to do that properly, in order to educate yourself and in order to get more things done, have a better continuance of your work. You need to have some sort of group to do this properly.
And just in case anybody is wondering, I did choose the name YouTube Wake Up Movement because I agree with Matt's cause. And I was hoping that this would help me gain some traction in getting the awareness out there. But it might end up, being negative backlash. I don't know. Time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, whatever happens, happens. You made a good choice, I think. Trying to get people involved. I mean, because I've seen people posting YouTube Wake Up on videos all over. So it is a movement, and it may not be the right hashtag to go under, but I honestly think it's a fine hashtag. It's been around for a while. It's just Matt made it viral, and Matt got all the hate for it.
Oh, see, I was under the impression that Matt created the YouTube Wake Up.
It's confusing because he does talk about in his video about other people doing it for a while, and I don't really know if he directly said he made it or anything like in his video. I can't recall, but I know a lot of e-celebs, they kind of made it that way. They made it seem like he's the one that made the YouTube movement, or he's the head, he's the spearhead of it all. No, he's just an individual like everybody that gets involved. Made a video and it went viral. And the reason I don't really like how he went about going with the live streams and stuff. But he did, and I feel bad because he's just one person like you and me, and he put his face out there, and now I don't know.
And now he's exposed to all kinds of bullshit that exists on the internet, because when you say something and you don't have the backup of anyone, you go against conflicting interests, and when you go against a multi-billion company like Google and the platform of YouTube, you're gonna get some hate back, even if you don't deserve it.
Yeah, because they're attacking him and they're not attacking the issue. Like, what he talked about is there. It's happening right now. He really just focused on the videos and the monetization of it, which is a problem. It makes me wonder, how is that even happening? I thought you were supposed to go through a tax or identification process to get monetized, but I don't know how that really works exactly. I never really got a video or a YouTube channel on YouTube that was monetized. Everything we do is nonprofit.
I mean, it's way easier to attack a person than trying to attack the whole idea of child exploitation existing on YouTube, because it's such a big, difficult subject to approach, and it's so difficult to find a solution on how to combat it, that no one wants to get involved with it. They prefer the easy way out, just blame Matt or whoever is each time and go on with their lives like nothing happened in the end. Like, YouTube fixed it, so everything is alright now. But that's not the case.
Well, see, and that's sort of the purpose of us trying to raise the awareness. We're trying to get it out there, trying to make it a big deal so that YouTube will have to do something about it. Because right now they're just putting band-aids on this every time it happens. And it's not changing a thing.
Well, this one they might not be able to band-aid fix. This one I think got them pretty hard. I know Elsagate was a band-aid fix. That was something I worked on a lot too. And they did a quick fix on that, and it's still just as bad. And a lot of the population, I think, just kind of forgot about it, or it's just accepted that that's a thing on YouTube.
Well, do us all a favor and give us a little bit of a history lesson on what this Elsa Gate was about.
Oh God, what do you know? Let's start from there.
Nothing. I started after that, I guess.
Well, dive right in. Go search for an Elsa video. Autoplay will hook you up with an Elsa Gate.
Well, let me. I can't really just show you a video. I'll try to explain.
You can.
If you want to pop a video on, you can do the investigating YouTube channel. Obviously, I'm going to show
live discussion up here. It's like easy.
Let me see if I can grab one. I'll have you put it up.
I mean, if you want to find about the history of YouTube Wake Up, it's easily to find out. I mean, like the video that's showcasing right now. And there's tons of other uses of the hashtag YouTube Wake Up in the past. It's just that Matt took it and brought it to the surface again. That's very important, because it's not the movement, it's not just a hashtag, it's the movement and the people behind it that want to change what's happening all over the years from now. And it's pretty admirable what he did, because he went against everyone at the moment, and he tried to do this by himself as well.
Well, I posted the Elsa Gate history and hashtag video. I don't know if I should just let you guys sit and watch it. That might be boring unless puts the volume up for that video.
No, you know what? I just did a quick search. I think I get the gist of it. I could watch a video another time, but yeah, it's pretty sick shit.
Yeah, that one's got money involved too. MCNs are connected to a lot of these channels, multi-channel. Disney, AT&T, there's a bunch of big names, Verizon, that kind of had their ties in with these type of channels, and they were making money off of it because they were all monetized. And these were just, ridiculous. They're using copyrighted characters for weird, like almost fetish-like stuff. Some of it's silly, some of it's not that bad, but then the algorithm for some reason wants to allow the next video, whatever it's called, the recommended videos section to get worse and worse and worse. So it's similar to what we're seeing with this issue as well, but that one has a lot more money involved. And I actually, I'll take the blame for Matt's wanting to attack the advertisers because of this issue. And I felt like advertisers were getting scammed out of their money, because you get car advertisements being put on these weird childlike videos that were focused for toddlers or little kids to watch, and they were making money off of it. And this stuff was very weird. We got poop, scat humor. I mean, gore humor. I mean, it was all over the place, and it was really bad. And it's getting probably worse than it was back then. So.
Hey, you were cutting out quite a bit there. Not sure you were aware of that.
No, I wasn't. Thanks for letting me know. What did you hear?
I heard what you were saying, but you're just popping in and out.
To me, it sounded alright, though. I don't know. Maybe it's a problem on your end. I don't know about that.
Okay, hey, it might be.
Well, I guess to say it again, just to do a quick refresh. Money is involved in Elsa Gate. MCNs are connected to a multi-channel network, and we targeted advertisers back then to try to get them to look at this issue and do something about it. And Matt could have even picked that up from us, for all we know. So that's why I get kind of upset that he gets targeted for all this when other people have been doing this for a long time, and I feel bad that he's been character assassinated. I mean, he did some weird videos. I'm not defending that crap. It was weird satire from what I could see. But it's just do you have to be an impeccable person to spread awareness on a real issue, on criminal activity?
And I mean, some of the people that blame him for his stuff, like Kim, they shouldn't have anything to say about having a bad behavior and a bad taste of humor. Saying Kim about other people is priceless. He's a living personification of drama.
Oh, I just read what Crow said. I'm sorry, I'm watching this on Twitch, so I don't see all the YouTube comments quickly. The reason why I'm not distancing myself from Matt is because that could have happened to any one of our members. You know, just trying to spread awareness and then get character assassinated. Like I said, I don't like everything about the guy, but he was trying to spread awareness on a real issue. That I will defend.
Well, I think that's part of the problem. I think it's kind of a shame that everybody is focusing on the character and not the message. But that's our society today. So what are you going to do?
I mean, it's way easier to just say the person, he did a stupid thing and he has a bad taste of humor, etc., than face the thing that child exploitation exists on YouTube and it's still prevalent and nothing is being done for that.
Well, I think he was very brave in trying to do this, trying to expose this. I mean, not many people are willing to take that leap. People talk about this subject a lot, but not many people are willing to throw themselves under the bus, if you will. But he did.
I mean, you make a good point. That's exactly it. People are going to be deterred from wanting to take a stand and talk about some problem like for fear that they're going to be a character assassinated as well.
And he even showcased how easy it is to find this stuff. This is what made the bigger impact, I think, because he showed exactly how many minutes it takes from a brand new account to go into the rabbit hole and have those kinds of video feeded to you as recommended videos.
Guys, I'll be straight up honest with you. I thought about making, but it's a hard thing to talk about. We all know that. And it's definitely a hard thing to deliver to an audience who doesn't necessarily want to receive this message. A lot of people rather not know about this.
It's what it feels like, but I don't know. Sometimes I follow a lot of like creepy channels and stuff, like creepy pastas and stuff. But I see a lot of people that want to get involved in, and they want to do something, and they want to put information out there to get a problem solved and stuff. Like I follow a lot of Nightmare Expo stuff. You know, I liked his channel and his people. I mean, they don't really delve into the real nitty gritty stuff like this, but every now and then they'll follow like an ARG or something that can be possibly real. And you know, I think he's going to do a video on something that could be significant and it might actually have a real crime involved. I could be wrong about that, but I remember, you know, being in the Discord and following this stuff. I know they talk about things like that. So there are people that want to do it. It's just this topic is really, really dirty, I guess you could say, for a lot of people to want to handle it.
Well, I think the major problem is we're men. It's not. I mean, we're easily targeted. Okay, where are all the women at? You know, there needs to be more female supporters on this subject.
Well, that's a good question, because I mean we got a couple, but you'd think there would be. Maybe they just haven't heard of it yet. Maybe it hasn't got to them yet.
So what do you think about Crow's opinion that he believes Matt was doing it for self-gain? I'm not so sure about that, but you know more about the subject, so maybe you should answer that.
It's hard to tell. I mean, it's likely he could be. You know, there's aspects that make me think that maybe, but you know, you can't really know just based off the video he made. You know, that's just an opinion, sadly. But that does kind of show that what a lot of people think of his character, or maybe that's what what a lot of E-celebs kind of got people to think. And that's something I think a lot of people need to ask themselves. Why do you think that way? You know, what is it that made you think that he's just trying to get fame out of it? Exactly.
I would never assume that anybody would try to get famous off of this content.
Well, not somebody that probably had a dying channel. I mean, he even admitted that his channel was dying, and you know, he didn't really, I guess, want to do much with it. and his video went viral, and it was just timed right.
I mean, it's all subjective. We can say that he did it for the fame, we can say that he did it because he cared, but he should speak for himself, and anyone who wants to believe him could also make his own arguments about it. It's about what do you want to believe. Do you want to believe in the person? Do you want to believe in the idea? Do you want to believe that they are corrupt? Nothing can change your mind when you are set into one kind of thinking.
And once again, if you take the person out, there's still that problem.
Exactly. Why aren't people focusing on the issue? Why are they focusing on the person? I didn't think that even once about the guy. It's about the issue. That's what's important. Who cares about the person? I mean, I know I can answer for myself. I am no Gandhi, okay?
No one
sure
is.
Matt wasn't either.
Yeah, and I don't think he wanted to be Gandhi. He wanted to bring a change into the platform. He wanted to make people aware that this stuff exists, and it shouldn't exist like that, and it should go on forever. And it brings some change. I mean, YouTube had to make some sort of compromisations in order not to lose their ad and the sponsors.
I just read Crow's next thing. It's hard to say. Like, I mean, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, but he's really not part of the picture anymore. I don't think he's made a tweet or any kind of statement since he kind of went dark, and that's on him. That's up to him if he wants to or not. Fact is, his video went viral, and that issue is still a problem. And YouTube, I may just do a band-aid fix. They may actually fix it. But you can look right now at live streams. That's a much worse issue than what Matt pointed out. Matt just pointed out videos being uploaded and monetized. I'm looking at live streams, which is real-time grooming occurring every day. And it's been going on since 2017. Let's do a quick math here. I'm not good at math. I suck at it. Let's say at least 50 kids are groomed a day, throughout the world. So, you got 365 days in a year, times that by 2, then times that by at least 50. And what's the number of kids that have been groomed? Can somebody do a calculator and tell me? Because
you're dealing with about 1,500, but I think that's a small estimate.
So, I mean, if you cut that down to 20 or 10 or 5 a day, I mean, that's still a lot, and it's unexcusable.
Well, especially on YouTube. YouTube is supposed to be a safe place. I mean, come on. It's YouTube. It's accessible to anybody.
And this is what they take advantage, the PEVs and all the people that want to abuse children, that it's very accessible to anyone. And there is no real moderation, because an algorithm or a computer can't moderate and can't find out what happens behind the scenes.
Oh, by the way, Crow, I want to ask you an off-topic question. How is the live stream looking on your end? Is it A-okay, or is it kind of laggy, or what? What do you think? Because this is actually just a test run. We got a video we're going to be pushing out tomorrow. And hopefully we'll get a little bit more of traction and people involved.
Too, guys, there's a lot of issues that go along with this argument. There needs to be written, some sort of, like, what are the age restrictions? When is it safe for a child to be able to do whatever they want on the internet? Surely it can't be 18. I mean,
it's not actually. It's 13 plus. Legally speaking, 13. Unless it's moderated by an adult. I gotta find the law to actually really quote it, but from what I remember, if you're younger than 13, you are not. It's illegal to be on YouTube unless it's moderated by an adult. And I mean, that's not just a policy; that's legal. So,
I mean, honestly, I feel 13's even a little young. I would have said 15, but at least it's 13.
So yeah, so I'm just saying that there is, like, in stone, basically, a age that you're not supposed to be online without an adult. I agree with you. I think it should be 15, 16. In my opinion, because I know I did some dumb stuff around that age too.
YouTube says, and I quote, "If you are under 13 years of age, then please do not use the service. There are a lot of other great websites for you. Talk to your parents about what sites are appropriate for you." And this is by YouTube themselves. So
yeah, because kids are going to go to their parents about this stuff, and kids are going to respect YouTube's opinion to not do it. Yeah, right, sure.
Exactly. Like, I'm all for kids wanting to be creative and putting, you know, content out there and giving them a creative outlet, but it's got to be managed by an adult. And I feel bad for the families that really don't take care of the kids, but I'd rather them get their feelings hurt a little bit than being a victim of sextortion.
Okay, here's my issue though with YouTube. Where's the moderation? Any mobile app you have, these live streams are being moderated. Not on YouTube. It seems like anything goes. What's up with that?
That's because YouTube's so opaque. We don't really know if there's a mod somewhere.
And this is a big problem as well. They don't communicate with base people that's using the platform. They just put some basic quotes that generic, like said by a bot, and they don't really communicate what sort of moderation exists, or as far as other problems, what is being done. They just provide some generic answers without actual data.
Well, look, here's a fun fact. This is how disgusting YouTube is. Earlier today when we were chatting, I looked up, how do you communicate with YouTube? How do you get in contact with them? Well, of course I did the search on YouTube, and I looked up a video, and this guy showed me you have to have 25,000 subs, at least. You have to have at least 100,000 hours watched within a year on YouTube. Like, what kind of requirements is that just to be able to talk to somebody from YouTube? It's disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, I even heard 1,000 subs to really have a connection with them.
Like, YouTube doesn't care about your opinion if you're not popular, is pretty much what they're saying.
That's sometimes how it feels like with anybody, though, if you relate it to YouTube at least. Like, your opinion doesn't mean anything unless you're a YouTuber. Like, there's another world out there. And I think YouTube is forgetting the law of the land trumps whatever you guys want. And I feel bad for all the YouTubers that, you know, they don't deserve what, you know, is happening to them, really. But I kind of would kind of think about their platform and really force YouTube to stop taking initiative and connecting to the community. Because a lot of other YouTubers have pointed this stuff out way before Matt, but nothing got changed, even with their influence. So I just wish that YouTubers understand that maybe their platform isn't right for them. Maybe they really don't care about what your YouTube channel does. They might just one day demonetize you and remove you, and then where are you at? You know, if you're putting all your eggs in one basket, I don't know if that's too smart.
I think they have created a platform that they can't control anymore. It's bigger than them, and it's bigger than any kind of algorithm they're using right now. So either they hire personnel or just get people motivated to help them actively. Like, I mean, even volunteering, some people would do it in a blink of an eye. They wouldn't care about getting benefits, etc. They would just do it because they like spending time on YouTube anyway.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Give me one second. I'm gonna see if I can get some other people in the chat or not.
Hey, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I put that COPPA information, just the basics of what the Act specifies. That's what I put in the chat just now. Let it be known for the record. See right there, that last one, that's throwing up major flags. Responsibilities of the operator of a website legally holds with regards to children's privacy and safety online, including restrictions on the types and methods of marketing targeting those under age 13. Well, obviously YouTube isn't holding to that standard.
Yeah, and they could be held accountable against a lawsuit, I mean, any day. What they do is out of touch against the law, against the COPPA law at least.
And see, wouldn't that be great if it was our movement that were the ones to push that? I would love to be a part of that. Not for any notoriety or anything, but, you know, just a big middle finger to YouTube and their policies. They're corrupt. Very corrupt.
Of course, something needs to change. It can't go on like that forever, because it's gonna create even more victims, and people will feel like YouTube is so corrupt as a platform that they will not want to use it. And it's a shame, because it has some great content creators. It's not that all YouTube is a shithole. There is amazing stuff to be found on YouTube, but it can't go on existing like that. It's unacceptable.
Well, I don't think anywhere on the interwebs should there exist a 5-year-old child doing any live streaming.
Yeah, I mean, and if we want to put the blame, it's not only YouTube that we should blame. Like you said before, it's a matter that concerns everyone. And it starts from the society, it goes into the parents, into the school system. There's no proper awareness anywhere.
Well, the problem in most homes today, I would imagine, like I said, I don't live in a home with a bunch of youngsters, but just knowing myself and knowing most people I know, we are all very well involved in our own little things. And I think that's a problem at home with these people that have kids. They give these kids this stuff to entertain them, so really they don't have to raise them that much, and they could just go be on about their day and doing what they do. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's the easy way out, and I mean, I don't blame most parents, because most parents used to have to work every day, countless hours, and they go home tired, etc. And they find the easy solution, like you said, giving them a computer or whatever mobile device for technology, and leave them being educated like that. But it can't be only that. They must be properly educated about the dangers on each platform.
Hey, we have a caller in waiting.
He's a mod. He should be able to join right in. I was just throwing him in.
He's a star. He's not just a mod.
Hey, you're here with us, Stream Star.
The biggest star.
But
Stream Stars here.
Yo.
Whoopsie.
I see I can play chats live.
I will say about the parent thing that you guys are talking about. Curated for kids to use, and then Momo pops up, or whatever the bad trend was recently. So, and just like with YouTube, you use a YouTube channel that's meant for kids, and then it gets next video goes to something that's completely not meant for kids, or the Elsagate stuff. And then we blame parents, which sometimes it's reasonable to blame the parents because they're just not doing it right. But at the same time, you know, when are we going to blame the platform as well, is what I'm getting.
I don't really know what the answer is, but it sure feels like adults today in general, our society today in general, across the globe, it seems like they just don't care that much about youth anymore. I don't know what happened, but it's like people are letting these children, you know, run themselves, and it's confusing. I don't understand it.
I think it's technology. Technology is so new.
It's like babysitter technology. They don't hire babysitters, they take technology for babysitting.
But we're all such idiots about it. We're abusing the heck out of it.
Yeah, because there is no proper awareness on how to use properly technology and what you should be careful of when you go online. even as an adult. I mean, most adults aren't using the internet properly either. So how can we expect children to use it properly if we can't use it ourselves?
Well, my thing is, where did all the naivety come from? Like, come on, man. Protect your kids. I just don't understand it. How can you be that lazy?
I remember growing up and everybody saying you're an idiot if you ever use real name on anything you do online. And now we got tons of people using real names everywhere. And to answer Crow's questions, like, for me, I think that there is responsibility on the parent. Like, be a good parent, monitor what your kids are doing. I know I do it. But I do believe that YouTube should have a filter system. I was talking about a TV rating system earlier. Something like TVY7, PG-13, set to the accounts being used. So if you got an account made for your kid that's, let's say, 7 or under, any channel they can watch is for 7 and under. That way YouTube can actually monitor and verify those channels, and if they get striked because they want to keep the monetization, well, don't be putting up stuff that's not meant for kids. So that was just to answer Crow's question. I hopefully that answered it.
You know what, too? It wouldn't hurt if YouTube maybe invented some sort of rating system to leave it up to the viewers, you know, more so than just a thumb up or a thumbs down, where it would actually control whether, you know, the video was going to be played or not, just, you know, based through technology without needing somebody to verify that the video is okay or not. It should be up to the viewers whether it's okay or not.
It's funny you bring that up, because YouTube apparently leaves up to the viewers to report their stuff. They keep on spouting off a law that doesn't make sense, and not, you know, it makes sense in a copyright infringement manner, but not for criminal activity. They say that they can only take action. If I recall correctly, this is what they say, that they can only take action if a trusted flagger or a viewer reports the channel or the video, then they can take action on it.
But we see how well that works. I've got 3 channels that I reported 3 days ago, and they're still up and running. Come on.
I mean, I feel bad for the moderators. They got a lot. They need to rely on both human eyes and a moderation AI. Because
you know what, too? I would be very interested in calling for a YouTube dump. They might have to just, like, delete everything. I don't think they'd be able to delete all the just child's videos only. It might be in their best interest to, like, rebuild YouTube and just, sorry, all that stuff is gone. Give everybody a warning, you know.
That's a good idea. I mean, they could do a legacy thing too. They could literally just stop everything one day. Everything that's been uploaded, it stops, and that's legacy. If you ever want to go back to something in the older videos, that's all in the legacy, and then start afresh.
Well, it could be a legacy YouTube, but you should only, I don't know, because then those people will still have access to that old content. I don't know.
Not if it gets removed. It would give them an opportunity to actually go through the stuff, remove everything, and use it, and still be able to keep old people's content up. That, you know, maybe still making money off it or whatever. For, like, you know, other type of small YouTubers are actually doing what they should be doing with the platform.
Okay, there you go. Hey, that's an excellent idea. Any channel that's currently monetized, you get to keep your stuff. Everybody else, it's all getting deleted because it's all trash.
What about my car fixing videos?
Well,
yeah, I need those.
Did it gain any traction? People must not care about it. Deleted.
A lot of censorship would go out this way, though. It's a pretty dangerous path to follow. Maybe it's the right path, but I don't know if it can be applied right now. Also, the way and the reason that YouTube doesn't do anything proactively about banning and reporting channels and accounts is because there is an international safe harbor privacy law that it's supposed to keep them safe, so they don't do proactively reports and stuff like that, in order not for them to become against the law, you know, like to uphold the law properly.
Well, see, the whole thing with YouTube content I'm pretty sure it states when you're signing up your account that they own your stuff. It's not necessarily yours. You are credited as being the creator of the content, but YouTube owns the rights to your video pretty much because you shared it on their network. So it's not an impossible thing for them to do a site-wide dump. And like I said, you would get a warning. But if they would do something like that, they better have some new security in place for this new YouTube. So like any of these child videos that would try to be uploaded, they should have some sort of algorithm, since they're so good at that. It should be flagged, and it should not go live until an actual physical person on YouTube watches it. I'm talking somebody who works with YouTube. They should moderate this stuff.
Well, it should, if you're going to go live, like live stream and stuff, or are you referring to just a video being uploaded?
Yeah, I'm not really talking about the live stuff because I don't know that arena much. I honestly, I don't know. I'm not so sure they should even have it on YouTube.
Not unless you got a certain subscriber amount. Like, I know that would make us not be able to live stream right now, but that's fine. Like,
yeah, because what do they require to be able to live stream? You have to tell them your phone number. Come on. There used to be requirements like that. You had to have so many subscribers.
Yep, like 2017. They removed it. Which prevented a lot of exploitation going on for these younger YouTubers, as I can call them. Like, but now it's free game. It's I don't know. It's like like throwing a bunch of deer down a cave that have a bunch of lions. It's basically what live streaming is now. I don't know if that's a good analogy or not.
It's a pretty realistic analogy, unfortunately, because it feels like kids are being fed to the lions, meaning the predator.
What do you guys think about censoring playlists? Like, maybe your playlist should only be visible by you. Why is that something that's even given an opportunity to be public? I know, because for a lot of content, you know, you'll click on a playlist to say listen to a whole band's album or whatever. But I don't know, man. I think that would help out too if people weren't able to share all these playlists.
Dude, that's something I wish I did a little more research on. I remember when I was looking at like Elsagate stuff, we came across a really unique thing, which was playlists. It was the same video, but it like had tens of thousands of different labels for the video in a playlist. It was really weird. Like Frankfurt School to I don't know, just basic, you know, titles like how-to guide. It was just so weird, but it was all the same video, and there was so much of it.
That is interesting.
So it has to be a way to game the algorithm, and I'm sure that's what the playlists are being used for. So finding a way to limit that would also, I think, kind of limit these pedal whale accounts that usually share a lot of the content via playlists.
I'm still kind of right there with Matt. How are you going to search up a swimsuit trial on video and end up at little girls pillow fighting on their bed? It doesn't make sense.
It's got to be, my theory at least, is that the algorithm is connecting the who's clicking what and what the most clicks are.
That's exactly what I think too. I think you hit the nail on the head. It has nothing to do with the wording. It's what do they call it? Like what's hot or whatever, you know, recommended based on clicks. I bet you're right.
That's it. I think they use the wording and tags and channel tags and stuff and video tags, but I think the clicks is more important than anything else. And that's how they can curate traffic. So I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep doing
it's okay. It's a live experience, and it's a trial live experience. So we're gonna interrupt each other more than we want to. Yesterday I was in a live stream of a child that was just playing on an old computer, just bad quality streaming video games, and he just gained fraction, and he went from 20 people to 500 approximately 500 within 10 minutes, and it was, like you guys said, just being promoted by clicks. No interesting context. He didn't even speak English, and there were people on the chat saying stuff in English like, how are you here? What did you press to come here? And people trying to discuss with each other why they all end up in the same video. It's a crazy algorithm that doesn't make any reasonable sense, and it shouldn't exist like that.
That's really weird. I know that usually when a live stream gets rated like that, it's more than likely from an outside group coordinating their attack. But that's definitely a weird one if people are asking, how'd you get here?
Yeah, I mean, because it was a reasonable doubt. The stream started getting numbers and maxed out around 400. for what kind of content? I mean, it was silly. And
well,
the kid
again,
was over the place.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you were finished.
It's okay. I finished my argument.
Well, I just think it all comes back again to that algorithm. I mean, how many times are you getting suggestions on your homepage that have nothing to do with anything you're watching, but it might have to do with things that you watched in the past that other people went and watched? They need to fix that.
Well, honestly, if they fixed the core issue, they wouldn't even have to worry about it.
Well, what's the core issue? What do they have to fix? How can they fix it?
Am I getting paid a couple $1 million for these suggestions?
Yeah, I'm paying you $100 million on lollipops. Is that enough for you?
$1,000 an hour. I can give you as many suggestions as you want from my head. If I had to give out one right now, though, what's that? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off again.
No, I was just chiming in. I have YT cash if you need some.
Nice.
It's non-existent currency. It was a joke.
$2. It's gonna be one. It's gonna be a currency.
I mean, there is all sort of Bitcoin currency that we're not aware of, so they're like not really
ship or wrong thing, but like legit criminal activity. It could be like a $2 system or something to kind of give incentive to do something about this. But then they got people like us doing it for free.
What else I think YouTube should definitely change is the way how easy it is to make a new account, because you can report an account having it down and you feel like you did something, and the other day you wake up and you see the same account with the same name and the same content. It's so easy through brand or other procedures to create the same account with zero repercussions. There should be either IP bans on the accounts or even law action. I don't know, it's so easy and so stupid to be able to create that easily accounts with providing zero identification.
That's a very good argument, and you know what? If your email that was attached to that account also got deleted, there might be fewer people doing this sort of thing.
Or even a temporary ban at least. I mean, give them for a first-time offender a week's time ban or a day's time ban. I mean, people wouldn't do the same shit all over again and again. They would be afraid of the repercussions. Or just tell them that any kind of illegal activity that can be monitored via your channel or your uploads is gonna be forwarded to local authorities or something like that. I mean, you should do something about those kinds of accounts.
Well,
I mean, what you're talking about is happening right now.
Report it to authorities, but I doubt it. They say they are, but I doubt they're reporting.
I know. There's no accountability, so we can't prove they are doing it or not. For all we know, they're just selecting certain types of things they want to report, and they're trying to brush the rest under the rug and come up with a lame excuse. We don't know. But like what Val was saying, you're seeing that right now in a live stream chat that's happening right now with a ton of accounts, more likely brand accounts, that could be talking amongst themselves, or they could all be different individuals. And going back to the original question you asked, like, what's the core issue? The core issue is letting little or young people make videos without it being curated, and they need to come up with a better AI system to help moderate the platform, and to create a different type of system to filter young YouTubers' videos, to go through a verification process that an adult's doing it, and that it's being kept at that like age group, and that age group videos are only being curated for the younger age group as well. It would probably make it a lot more difficult for all these predators to, you know, try to entice them to do things they shouldn't be doing. That's a solution. I mean, there's a ton I could name off the top of my head of things that it's practical, I believe. And for somebody
put the fear in them, man.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, put the fear in them. Like you said, people just go on there all willy-nilly with no fear at all of anything that could happen to them, because nothing does happen. So yeah, put the fear in them. Let them know that they're being watched. Say something stupid.
Yeah, we've had people say that nothing's going to happen. I've been doing this for years, blah, 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 blah. It's all on the clear net. You know, I'm not really doing anything illegal. I'm guessing YouTube doesn't actually report the IP addresses. They don't really file through a proper investigation, because I have to imagine they could get all their chat logs and stuff, and they could probably go back and trace back other accounts they use on different sites, and via, like, you know, because a lot of them tend to talk amongst themselves, or even through the live stream chats. And I've seen time and time again them posting links to like chat rooms and other things like that they coordinate their activity.
And even the famous retracted messages that everyone does after saying something inappropriate in a minor live stream, Google has the cached version of those retracted messages, and in a short span at least, they could retrieve it and give them to local authorities. It's not like they get deleted. They keep all that kind of data, so they have no excuse for not doing that so far.
So yeah, something needs to change. That's all. That's for sure. And their current changes with just deleting comments and disabling is already being abused. Just kind of like their content rating system or their content infringement system, whatever it is called, being used on bigger YouTube.
Watch the screen, guys. Some fast people just popped into this live stream. Some like girl, maybe 12, 11.
Yeah, you should probably just report that if you haven't already.
Yeah, it's cloud. So
yeah, as far as myself
man.
going on any of these live streams, I'm probably not really going to get involved in that. It's just nothing I want to. I don't want to see it, man. I want to reach through the screen and choke these guys to death.
No one can blame you for that.
It gets me too angry.
Usually I just report those and move on. I don't really want to monitor them. If you know, I'll tell members though, if you're doing that and you actually see them being like groomed heavily and they are actually in contact with the predator, then let me know about it, because then I'll try to do what certain law enforcement agencies try to do, which is reach out to the victim and get them help. And I'll try to do that via, you know, reaching out to find out the general location and give it to the police. The information of this is happening to them, please contact them, etc. Or if we can contact the parent, we'll do that.
Man, I got in one stream the other day and it all like backfired on me. I ended up being the villain. And I don't even know why. It's just this girl saw my picture, thought it was scary, like I was some sort of hacker or something. And I was just pretty much trying to educate her and tell the dirtbag that was in there to get lost, pretty much. But it just backfired. It went bad.
To be honest, it's not something that we should do in the first place, because no adult should try to mingle with a minor in any sense. But sometimes you feel like you at least have to go there and report the PEVs or just warn the child of the dangers that's looming, because no one else does. So it's like you either do it because you want to do something good, or you don't do it at all.
Yeah, well, not too long ago, we had a girl that was wanting to commit suicide, or stating she wanted to. We had to interject, and luckily we were able to get a police officer to that location. And she actually gave a thank you video later, which I was really happy to see. Something like that. That to me, I don't think is ever going to happen again.
Well, back to like the sexual predator warning. I almost feel like maybe it would be appropriate if we all could agree on a message that we would copy paste, and we would all use the same message, and just paste that and then go about your day, you know. Hopefully it has some traction, you know. That's all you can do, really.
Yeah, that could possibly work, but sometimes they could say that you are a spam bot and you're just spamming this shit and you're not even a real person. I mean, perverts are gonna try and justify their actions and blame you in all kinds of possible ways that they can think of. But it's a very viable solution.
I had one call me that.
Yeah, they're trying to shift the blame on you and make you look like the bad one so they can be heroes, and it's easier for them to groom the minor in this way.
Well, there was a man who's an obvious pedo. Just looking at his picture, he just looked like a creep, okay? And I found him talking on other old lives that same night. And he was talking to these little girls for hours and hours. He had to be 40, 45, somewhere in that age range. What's he doing? Get lost. Get a life.
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to tell everyone it's it, but sometimes it's pretty evident that these people are this kind of perverts because they have the same behavior on all live streams. And there is nothing you can actually do than try and report them, because if you get into an argument with them, it's like arguing with a wall. They don't understand logic, they don't understand rational thinking and stuff like that. They don't want to.
This guy, he just really got to me because he did what you said, you know, that they do. He turned me into the bad guy. Meanwhile, I'm reading his chat messages, and he's grooming the heck out of these kids. Oh, I don't care about age. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl. It doesn't matter how long your hair is. It doesn't matter if you're fat or skinny. It doesn't matter if you're pretty or not. Just saying all this crap. I'm just like, man, this guy. I did report his channel, though. Hopefully something happens.
Yeah, it's like we said though, let's say something happened and his channel gets deleted. In 10 seconds you can create another channel. That's the thing. That's the main problem. How easy it is for them to do this behavior again and again without having any repercussions.
Well, at least you destroy all their little fantasy playlists and all their subscriptions. I doubt most of them back up all the URLs of all their subscriptions. Maybe some do. I don't know.
It depends. The more experienced ones have already made backups beforehand, so they don't care about losing this account. But maybe some inexperienced ones, they don't have all that data, or maybe they get scared off. So yeah, I agree with you that something good might happen out of your interaction.
Well, what I'm hopeful for is that when you do something like that, you know, this is why I would rather report to law enforcement over you. But if you report it to YouTube, hopefully they'll send that report to law enforcement, and they'll send the IP information and stuff, and any of the accounts linked to that, and further investigation can be picked up, and something can be dealt with. Especially the persons in the U.S. That, you know, that would be a priority, I think, or should be at least. But shit, hold on.
I don't know, man. The problem is, though, a lot of these guys, they appear to be from the Middle East. I'm not picking on people from the Middle East, but that seems to be where most of them are from. You
also get a lot from Brazil. I've seen a lot of Russians. It's really, I don't know. In my experience, I've seen a lot more in Brazil, but yeah, I've heard a lot of people say the Middle East is heavy. I've heard a lot of people say like Asia has a lot. You know, it's so varied that it's really hard to say. I think it depends on what you're really looking at, and because you know we look at a lot of live streams that's in the English titles and stuff, so they're usually English speakers. We don't really even pick up on the other languages as much. So I mean, it's all over. But the other part I was trying to get to it is one thing that I do find a little concerning is law enforcement, to get any of this information, has to go through a process through YouTube to get they have to ask for a subpoena to get the information, and I feel like that takes an unnecessary large amount of time versus just YouTube sending the information off.
Yeah, why not just have a general report link to the authorities right there on the chat or the video in question?
Yeah, because they don't give you a reference number, they don't give you a case number to further any additional information or to check if it's actually been taken care of. And one thing I actually want to start making is or try to make is a guide, so to speak, for people to report, and they know what crime is actually being committed, so it's easier for law enforcement to pick up on what's happening. And YouTube hasn't done anything like that.
Yeah, again, it all comes down to all of these social network platforms. It is their fault.
But like you guys said, also local authorities should make it easier for them to contact with normal people, like make it so people are less afraid to contact them without being afraid of repercussions, and being able to communicate in a more direct sense, so they can contribute with more reports and not being afraid that they're gonna get blamed or maybe in a CIA folder or the FBI checklist, because it's not like that. And it should be more explained how you should do a proper report on that stuff.
Yeah,
because it all comes down to paperwork in the end. And you gotta realize, man, there's real people out there that have to do paperwork on all this stuff. And it does slow the whole process down, and they don't want to have to do all this paperwork on every single suspected pedophile. It's just, I don't know, man. It almost seems like there needs to be an internet police of sorts. I hate to say it, but I don't really know what would fix it at this point.
I think one stepping stone would be getting having the police officers, having law enforcement, having the government be more apt to reach out to the people, their citizens, and giving them the ability and the power to write reports better, to be able to funnel this information to law enforcement in a much more professional way than just a little tip line with a link. Because I don't really think that's helping them a lot. And you got a lot of people that are afraid of the government and afraid of being looked into, like you said earlier, being viewed as a pedo themselves, because they stumbled onto the stuff. And I've always been a firm believer that anytime you see anything questionable, report it, because because of that fear that people have. I don't want them to feel afraid to do this stuff, to try to report a crime.
Unfortunately, that's why most people report only on YouTube and not on the local authorities, because they are afraid of being stigmatized. Although that's not true, and it's important to emphasize on that your top priority when you view child exploitation material happen everywhere online is to contact the authorities and then the platform.
Well, and then you have on the other side too, you got people who probably are pedophiles but don't want to be. They don't want to be. They're seeing all this stuff going on, and they're feeling like maybe YouTube is shoving all this crap down their faces every day. They don't exactly want to see this stuff, but YouTube isn't exactly making it difficult to find this stuff, okay? So my point is, the people who know most about it, they're definitely not going to come out and talk about it. But it's a shame, because their testimonies could really help.
It's funny you bring that up, because it's kind of exactly what has happened in the past. We had one guy that I guess you call him a virtuous pedophile. He thinks he's doing the right thing. I think a lot of these people just have a parent complex. They don't really understand what they're doing. Luckily, they're not offending, so I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. But like you said, though, they have the information as well. This one, he actually gave us enough information to find help for a girl and reach the family and get her prevented from, or to prevent her from falling prey to sextortion. Because her accounts were getting moderated, and I can't think of the word. They were being used by a predator, though. Like, he had all the password information and stuff like that. So who knows what that could have led to. But this one pedophile, he reached out to us and gave us this information in hopes that we would do something positive and help out. He said he would not reach out to anyone else, pedo hunters or law enforcement, because he didn't want to be tossed under the bus for what he knew. And I mean, I don't know how I would probably still toss him under the bus, but the fact is, he did something good. He actually did the information he gave out. It was very important to have, and was able to seek help for a victim. And I think that's more important than anything else. And I feel like law enforcement is not taking advantage of a huge resource, and that's the people. That's just regular citizens, regular people, and using that resource and educating them on how to do proper reports so that law enforcement can do a much better, thorough, and quicker investigation into something.
Hey, either way, man, I would welcome all these people who've had a change of heart. You know what I mean? Yeah, come aboard, man. If you see the error in your ways, why not? Not to get all biblical, but that's exactly what Christ did, if you believe any of that. He went after
You're right.
the worst people in society and said, hey, man, I won't judge you. Come aboard.
It's hard not to let your heart get cold for these people, but no, you're right. It's good to forgive, but it's not good to forget. If they're not offending, then yeah, it's something you can forgive, and you hope. Thankfully, they didn't offend and do something worse. But offending pedos, hopefully they forgive, or they're forgiven and they're really sorry for their crimes, but they need to be put away.
They need to be put away from children and from grooming them online via YouTube or other platforms. It's not easy to do this, but there is no other solution. Those people can't go on doing stuff like that forever.
Well, see, here in my country anyway, if you're ever involved in any crime with any sort of pedophilia, it goes on your record and it doesn't go away. People do know. There's maps right now you can look up online if there's any pedophiles living in your neighborhood.
Yeah, and they categorize them differently too.
I wish that happened all over the world, because in my country something like that is like a science fiction project. I mean, it depends on where you live, but I think the most important is prevalence, in order to not create more pedophiles or not create more child exploitative material for them to abuse. So it's not like you can make a person being less of a pedophile, but you can make them being less of a committing crime pedophile, if that makes any sense.
Sure it does.
And I mean, I'm not a person that wants to hate someone just because he was born with a mental illness, because I think pedophilia is a sort of mental illness. And I have nothing against other people that are different than me. But people that keep exploiting and committing crimes against children, I mean, I can't forgive those guys. I don't know. It's just being honest here.
Hey, if you guys want to, we can take a 15-minute break or something.
Yeah, why not?
You know, if Reeps wants to throw on a video for if anybody is watching, so they can at least watch something. But yeah, I'll be back in like 15 minutes or so.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of it's kind of like the Michael Jackson stuff, you know? I think some of these people, for whatever reason, feel like they can relate with children more than they can adults. As far as psychology is concerned, that's the only way I understand it. Other than that, I don't understand the sexual side of any of it. People need help, man. But yeah, there are levels you can go to and take it way too far. Absolutely.
Our previous episode gave an overview on how pedophiles are able to find underage children on YouTube and how YouTube has taken little action in countering this problem. In this episode, we will go into further detail on the pedophiles themselves and how they operate on YouTube. We will provide examples where certain pedophiles achieve a position of notoriety by evading bans and recreating accounts. A preferred technique for these pedophiles to share content is by creating what we call pedo whale accounts. We use the term whale because it provides pedophiles with a massive catalog and archive of content and often uses its size to further persuade children to do perverted acts with the promise of fame and recognition. If a child being groomed happens to refuse the requests of the pedo whales, the results are often devastating for the targeted child, with mass unsubscribing and disliking that hurts the child's self-esteem, embarrasses them, and causes anxiety. As we all know, kids growing up today often seek gratification and attention through social media, and through the likes and subscribers they can receive. This occurs because the children either don't get enough attention at home, or our society puts too much attention on superficial reactions on social media. Terms such as social media anxiety and cyberbullying truly illustrate how social media can affect the development of children and young adults, especially since they're very self-conscious about what others think of them. With how commonplace the usage of social media is with minors, pedophiles and other types of exploiters are able to easily find fields to plunder for their evil purposes. Prominent pedo whale accounts include the likes of Tandy, Kingpin, Cleopatra, and possibly the most deplorable of all, Siltob. Tandy in particular is an organized group of people that coordinate mass dislikes and copyright strikes on any channel that refuses to perform their perverted requests. Siltob is even more baffling because the account has been banned 5 times previously, yet somehow they always reappear with the same name and profile picture. It's almost as if YouTube doesn't pay close enough attention to its users, especially considering that they recently released a transparency report which shows results of enforcing YouTube community guidelines seem statistically ineffective. In fact, YouTube's practices are so ineffective, a class action lawsuit has been filed in the state of South Carolina against Google and YouTube LLC over the matter. The plaintiffs, the people who brought the case to court, claimed that YouTube has, with the intent of commercial exploitation, collected and harvested the information of its users that were under 13 years of age. The plaintiffs consist of parents whose children have had their identifying information collected by YouTube, which violates the Federal COPPA Act, which states, any commercial website or online service, including child-focused apps, are unable to lawfully obtain the personal information of any child under 13 without obtaining verifiable consent from their parents. This class action continues on with further allegations against Google and YouTube LLC that question the acceptable methods for obtaining verifiable parental consent, including personal information defined in COPPA as any media file that contains a child's image or voice. Our investigations have uncovered that the vast majority of YouTube video content that involves children is not collected with the consent of any parent. Furthermore, it is collected by exploitative pedophiles. Not only does this violate child exploitation laws, but it violates COPPA as well. The plaintiffs in the class action also state that YouTube did not meet the requirements under COPPA to ensure that information collected from minors is done with parental consent. Furthermore, they don't even make an effort to inform parents of their data collection practices. To qualify as parental consent, one must provide verification of identity, whether it be the use of a credit card, driver's license, facial recognition, or by answering knowledge-based questions. If you want to dig more into this case, feel free to check out the links in the description. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for further videos highlighting possible solutions, alternative options, and other instances of exploitation occurring online in plain sight. If you have any questions or just want to help, feel free to join our Discord or post on our subreddit. Links are in the description below.
So it would appear.
Well,
here
taking long for sure. Halfway passing out. Keyboard. That doesn't matter.
You could probably end the live if you want. You don't have to keep it going all night.
I don't know, maybe sit and come on.
Do you have a time frame?
No, not really.
I'm back.
Hey,
I see Citadel Dragons on. I think maybe just a little bit longer weeks if you want. I'll stay on. I'm getting a little tired. I know we're gonna do this again tomorrow, so I'm not gonna push up.
Hey, Dragon. What's up?
Hey, real quick, I just want to say you guys are really cool, man, for letting me be a part of this. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Dude, I'm just glad you want to be a part of this. You sound down to earth too, so I'm happy about it.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, Dragon, how's it going, man?
Good.
What's up?
Oh, we
Yeah,
got
thanks,
Jessica
Sean. I try
in
to be,
chat.
man.
I'm sorry, wake up, what was it?
I just said thanks, man. I try to be. You seem like a cool, down-to-earth dude, too, man. All you guys do. I appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
And I'm sure we will find more of us out there.
Considering we're like the only group doing something like this, you probably... Every time I ask people, they're like, "No, usually no one's doing it like you are. It's always anonymous groups, and they're very like mysterious." Which is cool and all, but doesn't help regular people getting together and organized.
Yeah, no, we're going to blow the lid off this, man. Bring it out into the open. Why not? Somebody got to do it.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not just going to be just YouTube. Even if YouTube ever does fix their stuff, I want to keep at least exposing exploitation. Academy Awareness being its own community. Hopefully, you guys will maybe take ownership of it and make it a movement as well for anything. But I'm putting a lot more of my eggs in the basket of exposing exploitation, taking that serious.
I heard there was a thing on Instagram. I'm not sure what's that about.
Well, here, I'll show you the website. But a few of us in Academy Awareness have been involved in this, which is a branch from another group called Investigating Youth. And I worked with the Investigating YouTube guys for a little while, and I ended up branching into more research into, like, back then we looked at Elsagate, and then I fell into this rabbit hole of live stream abuse and kids doing dumb stuff online but getting groomed. And like, this is a big issue too. This is even darker than Elsagate. So, if you know what Elsagate is, I'm assuming you might.
I did a bit of cruising earlier. Got into the rabbit hole within 2 clicks. I only saw like really, really weird stuff. So widespread. It's pretty much the same.
Hey
stuff.
Jessica, do you want to get in and chat with us? I'm sorry, Reeves. I didn't mean to. I'm tired. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Hey, shit, welcome. On the air.
I know we're gonna have a lot, but I'm gonna pop Spooky into.
I'm gonna see where the link is.
Hey Spooky.
Hey guys, I have a feeling we should get more parents into the mix.
I would love that. I'm tired of getting like E-celeb type of opinion.
Yeah, because you know Spooky, isn't she your parent?
I think so. I think most of us have kids in one way or another. Spooky, it's push to talk. So if you don't have that set, you're gonna have to go to your settings and set it up. Just put like one of your keys binds to it.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep,
Hey.
hear you now.
Oh, okay, hi. How's it going, guys?
Hey, Spooky. Haven't actually talked to you yet, so nice to hear you.
First time to hear your voice.
Yeah, I'm actually having a good day today. I'm not tired. I got good sleep last night. Yeah, I was able to straighten my hair.
What is good sleep?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Hi, Red. Happy to meet you finally.
Yeah, nice talking to you guys. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't spend a whole lot of time in the Discord. I'm just, more I'm just really like focused on like just, my YouTube thing and then like, ripping my hair out, just watching all this stuff go down in live stream chats and yeah.
I've been really impressed with the way you've been doing it. Like, I said it earlier, but it's very creative and innovative. I don't think anybody's really done it in that way yet. Kind of like trying to educate the kids real time in a way. Is what I've been understanding.
Dude,
Well, yeah.
I appreciate the way you tell the kids that you might know the parents, and it kind of alarms them.
Right, and the thing is, like, they don't want to talk to their parents. They don't even want to tell their parents they're live streaming because kids keep their social media stuff. They would rather keep it private from their parents. So I said, well, the parents don't know about what's going on. The kids don't. Like, maybe they'll listen to me.
Yeah, I think you're a great role model for them. I was just telling these guys earlier, we need more women on board. That'd be great.
Yeah,
especially talk with these kids. I think you've done a great job so far. At least got a couple aware. That's where it starts, one by one. They'll tell their friends in the class, hopefully. That way we can spread it out and make a real difference. It's slow but steady.
Right, and I was getting frustrated with Twitter because it was just like I was just, just guerrilla campaigning or whatever on Twitter, just calling advertisers out, and I'm just like, oh, this isn't really making an impact at all, really. And I was like, well, maybe if I could just like, Trojan horse it into YouTube with, make it straight to kids. It's not like we could tell the pedophiles to stop, but the kids, I saw that they don't understand what they were doing. They don't understand what they were doing was secretly dirty, but, and then,
They
yeah,
shouldn't
and
even know, really. They're too young to, but yeah.
Yeah, and and I try to and I kind of eased off the live streaming because all the pedophiles, they know me now, they know. Like I pop in and I say hi, and then immediately they're like, "Don't talk to her. She's a troll." And
Yeah,
and
you see that view count dropping often. Sometimes when there's 30 watching, you say hi and they know you. You see like that view count go to 15, and they just go on and play on another channel.
Right, and even last night, it was the 24-hour homework challenge or whatever, and it was a boy. He looked like he was about 10, and he was like, "It's the 24-hour homework challenge," and I could, and I pop in there, and I see it's like 19 viewers. I'm like, all right, well, let me pop in here, and it's like they're all trying to talk. They were talking him into doing show your belly, show your feet, do the feet challenge. And he was like, no, guys, I want to do the homework challenge. And, I'm not doing the feet challenge tonight and blah, 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 blah. And they were just really oh, I will report you. I'm going to, if you don't do it. And so I pop in, and then they all went batshit crazy. Those, they were just like, don't listen to her. And I was like, hey, I got a video. Check out my video. It's going to help you. And they just started flipping out on the kid. And I felt so bad. I'm like, You know, they were downvoting his video. They kept on telling him that they were going to ban his stuff. And I'm like, you know, maybe I should try a different approach now instead of going to the live streams. I'm going to try more like kind of getting my message out on their older videos, you know, their older live streams in the comment section, because the, you know, pedophiles, they have no use for old live streams.
Pretty much the same as what they're doing, only you're doing it for good. And it's thinking out of the box, and that's really great because they use those comment sections and live chats for their like dares and stuff. And now those kids are gonna see your videos, which are great by the way, and everyone should check them out and hopefully show your kids. Yeah, it's like plain words, easy understandable without like bad language, which comes along with this stuff pretty often. So it's pretty hard to be the outsider to tell them like what's the feet challenge and stick out your tongue stuff, and it's all the same.
Right, and you know, and my original script for it, and I don't know how to spell it, Valordio or whatever. I ran it by, and it was like more like, you know, textbook, you know, explaining, you know, a sexual fetish, and they're thinking of sexual things, and so I ran it by in the group in the group Discord, and I don't know if I'm saying it Valordio or whatever. Oh yeah, Val. And he was like, you know, maybe just kind of, you know, some of those words could be scary. And, you know, he made a good point, you know, and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to tone it down because because I was going to say, you know, sexual fetishes and stuff like that. But then I'm like, oh, you know, yeah, he is kind of right. Like, we don't want the kids to, because kids are curious. They're going to start Google searching stuff and start looking at, you know, and start being exposed to stuff that they're way too young to know about, you know. So I just using the bad touch, you know, and naughty, those words really seemed to like really, you know, I think that was just enough for them to get the point without saying, whoa, well, what does fetish mean? What does, you know, and just kind of keep it simple.
That's going to be a very awkward conversation with a 10-year-old.
You did a great job. I'm proud of you.
Yes,
thanks,
we all
Val.
are. We all are. You are doing a major thing, and we need more people like you, for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to get, you know, the kids, and they were doing their own little awareness videos. They, you know, and I was like, yeah, just, you know, I you know, it's like that butterfly effect or whatever you call it, or the pay it forward, you know, or whatever, you know, the word of mouth spreading all that around. And
I don't know what's going on with the Discord chat right now. Have you guys settled in?
Yeah, some people clicked out by accident.
Dragon into having a little issue with Discord right now, I think. I like the videos. I didn't take a full look through them, but I did see that discussion that Val was having with you, and I think that was really good that you guys tag teamed the issue and came out with something really good. My question is, like, how are you going about sharing it? Are you like posting it directly to the live stream, or how'd you get them to watch it?
I was going through live streams saying, hey, you need to check out my channel, and a lot of times I had to. I would jump from live stream to live stream, and then the second I would see, like, you know, them actively doing a dare, or a pervert, you know, a pedophile actually talking to them, I would just kind of step in and say, hey, okay, now listen, you got to stop doing that. You know, there's a video that you should watch my channel that could really help you out. And they got kind of spooked a little bit, but then they saw it, and then after that, because a lot of them weren't. Sometimes they just, oh yeah, I'll watch it later, and then they don't. And then so I switched my approach to, I would pop into the live streams and I would say, hey, I was like, have you heard anything about, you know, live streams being reported? Isn't that crazy? They're like, yeah, and I don't know why. And, you know, I was like, apparently you can get live ported for doing just stupid stuff. I actually have a video that will show you how to not be reported. And I got a better response out of that, you know.
I read that. I saw that you did that in a chat, and I thought that was just awesome. I'm like, man, this girl knows how to talk to them, and you do.
I used to be in sales, so.
There you go.
the old switcheroo or whatever you call it.
Selling safety.
You know what I loved most was the response from the girl that made the video about your video and the way she thanked you and all of that. It was quite the thing.
These girls that were making a live stream, and I popped in and said, "You guys are doing a really good job. I'm very proud of you," and they were just like super happy about it. It was. But I gotta stop commenting and on the live streams because the pedophiles in there, they just will just rip that kid apart, and I couldn't stand seeing that. I felt so bad because they don't. This age, when it comes to social media, like likes, they really care about their likes, Yeah,
it's the way they blackmail it. Or blackmail them is just disgusting. Luckily, YouTube has a really easy exploit. And it was meant for like schools and stuff, but you can make a brand account. You can make up to 50 brand accounts with one Gmail account. So it's pretty simple to do. If you look it up, you'll figure it out. That way you can go into those live streams if you still want to and share your video. And hopefully they won't notice as easy.
Right.
But it's very depressing to see, and it does take a toll on a person's mental health if you keep seeing it over and over and over. So yeah, I suggest you take a break if you feel you need to.
Yeah, I kind of took a little bit. I mean, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a new video today, and then I'm just gonna, let that get some views. Let that kind of,
I see you got 319 views already. That's pretty good, really.
But like that video you made, that's something that the moderators of YouTube could take. They could even just take your video outright, or they could make someone just like it. And anytime a younger YouTuber gets like flagged or striked, they could play that video. Like, this is why you get striked. Please watch it.
Right.
What you're doing is just so much better than anything YouTube's already came out with.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not public service announcements or something. I don't know.
Yeah, what they get is a copyright infringement, and Reeves have pointed out countless times. Like the kids are like, "What did we get copyright infringement?" And they get really upset about it. They don't understand what they did.
Right, exactly. They don't know why they're being reported, and so that's why I kind of started using that as my pitch to them to get them to watch my video.
I was just gonna say, broad, it covers just about anybody who ever needs to search for that. You're gonna get an audience with this one, I bet.
Hey, I think I finally got things sorted out. How's everyone doing?
Good. Nice to hear you.
Hey.
All right, decent.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not very good with Discord, apparently.
Ooh, noob.
You'll get there.
Oh,
Should have seen me earlier.
Hangouts. This is better than Hangouts, really.
This does beat
You're right, sit it up.
Right. What was that?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
Hey, since I got all y'all in here right now, I want to let you guys know we are doing a premiere of the main video tomorrow. Everybody here, if they haven't seen it, they want to see it, I'll let you guys have a sneak peek. I'll PM it to you. But we're going to do a premiere tomorrow around the same time we're doing this live stream, probably like an hour before. And we're going to try to do a live stream alongside the premiere, so anybody that wants to come on, talk with us, anything like that, they can. So I want you guys to be aware of that. So if you have a chance to hop in and take part in it, please do.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I actually haven't seen it yet. I just got back like today.
How much the ticket? How much the ticket will value?
It's free. We do things for free.
Can I pay it? Can I put it on eBay afterwards and get some monies?
No, YouTube will probably do it. They'll probably monetize the video or something.
Nice.
I think we should partner with this website. It's called BetterHelp.com.
Oh, that's my website.
Oh, is it real?
No.
Oopsie.
YouTube made an oopsie.
Oh, they did, huh? Oh, go figure.
But getting some non-profits on board would be a good idea as well.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea to do. Like, if we could get nonprofits or just even parenting groups on.
I absolutely want to connect with any kind of nonprofit or anything like that. I'd love to see a group like this or any groups like this at all. Like, this needs what we're trying to do is fill a gap that no one's done yet. No one's really outsourced a community to help out with criminal activity, especially exploitation, dealing with young people, minors. And
Right.
There's nothing like this, and I'm hoping that we could get sponsored, and maybe this can be a bigger thing and actually help all these social media platforms.
No,
Hey,
yeah, that's right.
Just one quick question. How big are we trying to grow this Discord group?
I mean, this Academy Awareness is like its own Discord a community. It's meant to be a way to connect with everybody else public. I try to help moderate it and help this. I guess I'm referring more to exposing exploitation when I talk like that, because I put a lot of love into that, and I want to see it succeed, and I want to see it help people, because there's nothing out there really curating social media and enforcing laws on them to fix it. And meanwhile, they're profiting off of these kids. I mean, look at TikTok not too long ago. They got a fine a couple $1 million, but really, how much money did they make? It's probably like a drop in the bucket for them.
I think that's a good point to make. TikTok is a cesspool, but this is something that really doesn't have that much impact. For as much as we do, there's a lot of places that we're not able to moderate, but even if we're able to just get to... that might be better.
Well, YouTube to me is a priority. TikTok is secondary at the moment, because I know a lot more about YouTube than I do TikTok.
I have a feeling TikTok has more eyes upon it.
Yeah, now they do, definitely. It's just
So
everybody
guys,
wants
if
to be
you
a
take down
YouTuber.
YouTube, you're cutting off the head of all of it. Okay.
Exactly, because all these kids, they want to be YouTubers. That's their first thing. They don't want to be a TikToker. They want to be a YouTuber. And
Sorry,
I guarantee
YouTube,
every
I
one of
didn't
you.
mean it that way. Don't like delete our channel or nothing.
We have it backed
I
up
just
in other
said take
locations.
down YouTube. I didn't mean it that way.
Even if they did, we have our stuff at other channels as well. We have it on BitChute, DTube, Steemit. I mean,
Yeah.
Vimeo. We have our own website. I mean, the video content is going to be there for people to see. If YouTube really wants to try to censor us, they're only really going to be shooting themselves in the foot. They need to not be censoring groups like us, and they need to be taking our advice to heart and using as a solution to their platform.
Honestly, guys, we need one viral video between us. Just one of us. Let's make a viral video, somebody, and then we'll gain some traction, and then we won't go run and tuck tail, whatever, however you want to word it, like Matt did. We'll still stay in it. We just
Also,
won't be on
make some drama out of it, definitely. Well, don't definitely do that.
Well, I really hope you guys enjoy the video tomorrow, because I'm hoping it's going to do just that.
I'm gonna take some sody pops and popcorn and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, some sody pop.
Yeah, soda pops. Adult brand soda pops.
I'm European, I just copy-paste American expressions and use them even though I don't know what they mean.
Well, it means a can of beer. You're gonna have a beer, soda.
Yeah, guess so.
I thought he said soda popsicle.
Oh, it's a sody pop.
It's like a can of cola, I guess, or a can of orange juice or whatever.
I can see it now. All gonna be drunk on live stream.
Before this
yeah,
goes
we
too far,
do
let's
that
just can it.
sometimes.
Am I right?
A drunk live stream might not be the best public image.
It won't be much different than what Andy Waskey did.
Andy,
We start getting belligerent with each other.
Isn't that the dude that lit his nipples on fire?
Probably. That's also the dude that decided to live stream at Pedo Hunt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, wasn't that the one where they started calling out like a Discord or something like that, and then all the pedophiles just like scattered like roaches and just left, nothing.
Exactly the
Yeah,
one.
they also mock.
That was really dumb.
I'm sure the FBI gave him a nice long phone call. And we'll probably
Hey, if you got any links to this, that would be great. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, they got a good heads up to run
you
for
found
the
some good
hills.
stuff. You really did.
Wait, are you guys talking about like that furry stuff? The furry stuff, or is that different? I don't know how much I covered that actually.
You need to check this out on screen.
I don't think I know a tenth of what you guys know, to be honest.
Andy Warski, he did that.
There you go. Check the chat.
Oh, that one. I'm gonna contribute my clip too, because this is how this is still how I think of.
Is it okay for YouTube?
The gist is the YouTuber live streamed his pedo hunting bust while it was ongoing, and before he gave the information to the FBI.
He's kinda he doesn't think very clearly, I bet.
No, he's gonna get fined big time. If they don't, I'm gonna be surprised. What he did, he actually allowed more exploitation to go on, and who knows how many unnamed kids are gonna be a victim by those people that the FBI could have maybe actually caught and did something with.
How did he get
that's
that information?
despicable.
By the way, I think, like you guys said, that YouTube is very much at fault for what they're doing and what they are allowing on the platform, but not all child exploitation gonna stop when YouTube goes down, if YouTube goes down ever. So, I mean, it's just another platform. I mean,
Don't play this stream. But it's funny.
Oh, what is this guy doing? Yeah, get rid of it.
This is your God King.
Oh wait, did he really do it live?
Yeah, he did.
I thought you were just making fun of him.
Ew, kill it.
Oh, man.
No, he actually did that.
This footage is fire.
He learns
Well,
when
he
you over
thinks
there.
he's a king of idiots, I guess.
He really wants those views. He set his nipples on fire. Cool.
I mean, that's what you do when you want to protest something, or if you're upset, right? You just light your nipples on fire.
Well, do you guys ever did you guys ever watch the Tom Green?
No, I did not.
Tom Green, what? Show? Yeah.
The Tom Green show. It's like, you know, is anybody watching? Can I stop this now?
Oh, that was so funny. Andy Watsky just wanted to do the nipple fire.
Very nippy.
Yeah.
Hey, he was Canadian. Is anybody here Canadian?
I might as well be.
I'm in Minnesota, so I guess that's kind of close.
Minnesota.
Oh, don't you know?
Minnesota.
Oh, we got an Irishman here. Awesome. I want to drink.
Alright, I gotta go. I gotta put kids to bed. Thanks, guys. See ya.
Thanks for popping
See
on.
ya.
Hope to see you tomorrow.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
Goodbye.
Keep doing what you're doing.
I'm not quite used to this push to talk thing yet.
This is also an issue. I mean, doing
Yeah,
this
to new
stuff.
people, it's a bit. You'll put. No.
So we got more Andy videos or what?
I don't know, I just thought you guys might find that funny.
Yeah, pretty much. I never heard of the guy since he pulled off that like shit show.
Hi.
Then I
How do I
found this
get on
kiwi
it?
farm.
I'll help you.
What about Kiwi Farms?
Yeah, he was already on there. Well,
Of course he was.
that's how you find out about people, isn't it? But yeah, I didn't know
Absolutely.
him before.
Hey, stupid question. How would push to talk work on a tablet with this app?
Probably
It
just
wouldn't.
pushing a thing, I don't know.
Oh, it works on phone, so why wouldn't it work on tablet as well? We'll just have a button.
I don't know. Never tried it.
Yeah, I tried this morning. It works on phone. Easily. Just as a touch button.
Probably work fair and square.
I guess you could just use your volume up or down as the talk button.
It probably has a button that you use. If not, it'll probably mute your mic every time you hold the mute mic button down. You can probably talk.
I had a button on screen to push hold.
But yeah, I had to set it to push to talk because if you have too much background noise and how voices catch it on, imagine how that's going to sound.
Yeah, that's true.
I just think on a phone, it shouldn't be like push and hold to talk. It should just be tap on or off.
Well, only one way to find out.
Not on my phone. I got enough apps on there.
So I've been gone for like. Is there anything like significant that I've missed?
Just me.
Just the end of the world is coming.
Oh man!
Oh, that
the world's
too.
still
So
burning.
sad about that.
Didn't miss much.
Is YouTube still a flaming trash fire?
Yep.
Wow,
Yeah, that-
it
yeah,
needs a bit more
ongoing.
fuel. But yeah.
I found
I brought
algorithm.
the jet fuel, so.
Hell yeah.
I just want to add something in. Some of my friends that don't know anything about this stuff, except that I'm like.
You like very what?
I hate push to talk.
Push to talk.
I'm sorry, guys. You can't.
No,
Work,
it's not
finger, work.
hard.
Hold it down, finger. Do it.
A couple of my friends that had like no idea what the whole YouTube wake up thing was, but just knew that I was like loosely involved in something like this, ended up watching like the Matt's videos a week ago, and looking into this stuff. So it's definitely going out to people that may have otherwise not seen it, and I think that's definitely a success.
Well, that's thanks to Keemster having to open his big mouth about everything and doing a character assassination. Everyone is talking about Matt.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
any publicity is good publicity.
Amen to that.
I guess
If you
so.
hadn't done that, there would be no publicity, maybe.
To be honest, I still hate Mac.
That's
Well,
fine.
it sounds like people are still on the topic, which is great. So, you know, we'll see how long this goes, man. This might last a while, the whole thing.
It's been lasting since 2006.
Hopefully it does. Yeah, that one guy from like 2000, he was way ahead of his time.
Yeah. Hey, he didn't discover the PedoTube series, though. We discovered that, and that's going to be introduced in the tomorrow video. There was this one guy named Hogtie. He made 3 series total, documented it, showed the reports he did, and then on top of it all, his videos got copyright struck. So other people had to upload his stuff and share it.
Holy crap, YouTube.
And that was 2010. That was 10 years ago. Wait.
Yeah,
9
like,
years
Damn
ago.
near.
Something like that. No, it was 10 years ago. It was 2009. I'm sorry, 2009.
that's like early YouTube too. This stuff has like never gone away. That's surprising. I watched that series. He knows what he's talking about. That, very well done.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to chime in and say it hasn't gone away because it's been there since the foundation.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just been hidden.
Do you guys think that Google buying out YouTube, positive?
It depends.
Damn push to talk.
Hey, hold on though. I just found a brand new push to talk button on Amazon for $1.99. It'll solve all your push to talk problems.
Doesn't work
$2
if you are
free
fantastic.
shipping. It'll get there by tomorrow at noon. It looks like.
Oh, just before the premiere.
That's pretty great.
Anyway, I didn't mean to, distract from what you were saying.
Nah, a little humor is good.
That's fine.
Got to keep it light.
Andy,
We
what's
need some more light talk.
Dragon,
Yeah,
you're of
why
the
is it
opinion still.
serious?
I don't want to call you out, Dragon. I was just gonna ask you. You're still of the opinion you're not a big fan of Matt. I was just curious what you think.
He's kind of ruined it. Kind of.
Could you elaborate on that actually? Because I mean, I don't completely disagree with you. I'm just curious as to why you think that.
It's kind of given the whole YouTube wake up hashtag a bad rap, well, just a bad reputation in general.
His delivery sucks. Okay.
Yeah, and he couldn't handle the drama and the trolls and.
That I completely agree with. He screwed up by going live streaming every other day or every other moment. His video was pretty good, but the live
exactly,
stream
dude. Make your video, let it simmer, let people digest it, and then let them come to you. You know.
Yeah, I agree completely. He strikes me as a person who has some very social anxieties as well, and I think the live streaming just did not help that at all.
Well, I think most people have social anxiety on some level these days, let's be honest.
Agreed.
My argument is that Kim would have destroyed the movement anyhow. I mean, he was just not having it, so whatever Matt didn't matter in the end.
See,
he
that's part
was
of the reason that
hot-headed about it.
Keemstar.
No, go on.
You know
what about Keemstar?
I think that he would lose his credibility by now, but no, people still look towards Keem after that content cop.
There's a lot of research on him showing him in an exploitative manner, creating drama for no reason, slandering people, doing illegal things along those lines. And I'm astounded that he's still on YouTube. He's been banned off YouTube multiple times. And he's on Drama Alert, hosting Drama Alert, so he doesn't own that channel. And I guess that's how he's finding a loophole through YouTube.
It's mostly Keemstar.
I think Drama Alert's owned by Keemstar. I think it's just somebody else he's used as a placeholder.
I wonder how things would be right now if Keemstar had made that video like that Matt had.
No way Kim would make a video against YouTube.
Like, what reality are we living in if that happens?
Nah, he's a puppet. He's a puppet of YouTube. Seriously.
Of course he is. Still, how much more? I don't think as many people would discredit the movement if it was Keemstar.
The guy has 4.7 million subs. He has some traction on YouTube.
Yeah,
he also got it viral. He retweeted Matt's video when it was at 30,000 views. He's the one that got it viral. He's the one that actually made YouTube wake up a big thing, which is ironic.
Actually, I seen it on his channel, to be honest.
At least that's the statement he made.
I don't even know why that.
Of course, Keemstar credits Keemstar though.
Well, that's why he's so upset. That's what I think.
I think I did a search like PedoTube or something when I was, doing research here on YouTube, and I think that's how I found his video originally.
The Matt one?
Yeah, the original. But after that, I didn't bother to go visit his channel. I don't know. I didn't realize he was doing all these live streams, and I need to get caught up on all that.
Honestly, I don't think the live streams provided that much sustenance you could go without wasting that time. I don't know.
Definitely.
What do you guys think?
Fair
It
enough.
just ruined Matt's case.
Yeah, he's just very clearly stressed.
Yeah, he's very stressed. He's trying to like appease everybody in the comment sections, try to talk to everybody, and he's just going a little. He's letting his brain race, and I don't think it did him any good. And that's because he was trying to answer questions he didn't know enough on, and that's why I keep saying his biggest mistake was live streaming without the information. So he never connected with the groups he talked about. Because he even said in his video that so many other groups have been working on this for years, but never once did I ever see anybody like that in the community, either on the subreddits or in the discords.
And in the way he did it, he provided ammo to people like Keemstar to discredit him and make him a mockery out of a person. Because it's like, when you do stuff like that, you have to be properly prepared for the consequences and what people you're gonna face against.
Yes, didn't his fame come so suddenly?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so he couldn't handle it whatever circumstance.
Well, here's my theory on how it happened. Like, he saw our stuff, and our stuff snowballed into his video because he shows that subreddit and other subreddits. And he showed Cup Hunters videos, which that's one of our members, and his video was timed just as YouTube was placing a filter on their algorithm, which ended up banning CP, which was combat points for Pokemon. So everybody got upset about that. Meanwhile, Keemstar is tweeting out his video, and I'm guessing that's how people started connecting the two together. And they ended up watching Matt's viral video, seeing this problem on YouTube, and freaking out. And they started calling up advertisers, and the advertisers, freaked out about it too. They saw what was happening on YouTube, and they did something about it by pulling out.
It was just kind of a perfect storm of YouTube fuck-ups.
What exactly filter did YouTube put in place? Because I guarantee you can search YouTube right now and probably still find CP.
Of course, you can still find CP, but
softcore version of it.
CP.
Mind you.
I don't think you can find actual CP on YouTube. You can
no,
find grooming
softcore, but it's still there with featuring minors on all levels.
Well, what those filters did is they didn't ban like child pornography. What they did is they banned using the term the tags that you use in your video.
I'm sorry, some of what you said cut out.
Yeah, I suck at push to talk. So what the YouTube algorithm update did was it didn't ban child pornography. It didn't place something that would like automatically flag the content. All it did was like remove the ability to add CP as to the metadata of your video. So if you wanted to add stuff for Pokemon, you couldn't add CP in like the tags that somebody would find your video under.
So CP used to be a tag. Okay, got it.
Yep, as they said in the chat section, Club Penguin or combat points, which was something used for Pokemon. And Pokemon community is huge.
Oh,
well,
I get it.
Anything can be a tag on YouTube, so.
And that's how I think the video went viral.
And I mean, two famous Pokemon Go players got their channel copyrighted because of that, and this is how everything began to spiral.
Guys, I'm getting a headache. How deep does this go, really?
Oh, it goes pretty deep, man.
It's so depressing, dudes.
It's heart-wrenching.
That's why.
That's the only way I can describe it.
That's why it's important to talk about with others and not trying to do this solo. And also it's very important to take mental breaks as well, because you can't do this day in, day out without taking a break. And many people got burned out because doing that without proper management of time, and your mental health is gonna be a big toll on yourself.
Amen. Amen to that.
You know, if you ever need mental health support, you can always go to BetterHelp.
That's a good plug. Maybe somebody should put that in chat.
I don't know. Just use Philip DeFraudo.
Was that a pun?
Let's not be fake.
Philip the what?
I don't know, man. Look, I've been gone. I'm losing my edge.
You don't even remember how to push the talk, dude. What the fuck have you been doing?
You know, that's pretty edgy of
I'm
you.
living under a rock.
Hey, Valordio, I'm not trying to make fun of you in any way. I think it's hilarious. You remind me of Balki Bartolomeusz.
Who's that?
He was from a show in the 90s here in America. It was called Perfect Strangers. He was the odd cousin from a small city, or small island of Mykonos, off of Greece.
The fuck?
He had the same accent.
Yeah.
Is it cause he's Greek?
Yeah.
I guess.
What a coincidence.
Oh, you are Greek. That is great. He did that accent very well then.
Yep, he did. I guess.
Oh, this is great.
Damn, what a hella coincidence.
Yeah, I'll say.
Citadel, is that what you're talking about? In a live chat discussion?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that was real choppy. What?
BetterHelp.com. I just pasted the website. Is that the one you're talking about?
That's just a scam. Don't use it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought so. I remember people talking about this website.
No, and in all honesty, if you do want, like, any sort of mental health support or just somebody to listen to, there's a website called 7cupsoftea.com, and it's just a peer-to-peer support network that surprisingly has not been targeted.
That sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, and I use it. I'm one of, like, the listeners there. I volunteer, like, a couple of hours a week, talk to people, and do all that good stuff.
That's awesome.
Well, here in America, you can just go to mentalhealth.gov if you want to get involved with the government.
That you shouldn't really do the government's mental health services because it will be on your if you want a career in the future.
Exactly.
That's true, and I mean, I'm here in America too, so. Also,
I'm in Australia. It affects us.
Client confidentiality. What?
Expensive.
Wait, you're an Aussie?
No, I'm in America.
No, Dragon.
Yeah.
I like Australians. We got a good
Man,
member
I
that's
totally
Australian.
I thought you were British.
Nah, I'm in Australia.
Sorry, mate. Sorry about that too.
They can take it. They're our brothers and jokes. But no, I like Australians. We got another member here that's Australian too, so hopefully you guys will figure it out and find out who is who, and maybe new
Isn't
love.
it Steve Streamstar?
It's Stream Star.
Yeah, because I saw his posts on like WA in Queensland. I figured out, hey, he might be a.
Have you heard him talk ever?
Nope.
Yeah, that would give it away immediately.
Hey, I gotta know something. If you're drinking, do you still say you're on the piss?
What?
On the piss.
I don't do that, but somebody else probably does that.
Just checking. I seen it on a show a long time ago.
Alright guys, well, I'm gonna get out of here soon because we're gonna be doing this again tomorrow, and I do got some stuff I gotta do beforehand. But I want you guys to ask me any questions you want before I head off.
Okay, do you have a fake John Doe replacement?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Anyone else?
Nothing from me, man. Take care.
Alright guys.
Wait, I got one.
Oh boy.
I lied. Never mind.
Oh wait, yeah, John, before you go though, seriously.
Okay.
Huh?
Wait, what? I thought you were gonna ask me a question.
Oh man, no.
I'm dead tired.
I'm already awoke, man. You can't wake me up anymore.
Alright, have a good night, man.
Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. It was good chatting with y'all.
Yep.
So yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Seriously, I appreciate all you guys. Yeah, you guys might burn out and you might leave, but you guys can come in here and just helping out a little. Hopefully we can make something good come out of it.
Hey, nice meeting you, by the way.
It's good meeting all y'all guys too. So, take it easy.
Cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'm gonna play out the stream. Finish it up. And go to bed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in.
No sleep for the week.
That's right. Drink more coffee.
Nah, coffee just doesn't do it for me anymore.
No, it really don't, does it?
As a resident of Miami-Dade County, it is your right to know the names and likenesses
If I have
of
coffee,
sex
I have to be
offenders
able to
living
like
in
stand
your
a straw
area.
or
As a public service, we have created this videotape so
Man,
that
I just
you
want a time
and your
machine so I
friends and
can go
family
back
can stay
to when
aware,
Coke,
stay
you know,
safe, and
was
maybe even
a real
have
can
a
of
little
Coke.
fun. Enjoy.
That sounds so wrong.
You know,
does
with
sound-
coffee, you're like been there, done.
What?
Ask us to disclose our sexual crimes to you. We were bad, but now we're good. We're moving into your neighborhood.
7
You know
cups.
we're trying our
Yeah,
best to
7
be
cups would be
functioning
a
members
lot.
of society. We're not here to start no
I wanna
trouble.
go back in time.
Legally required to do the sex offender shuffle.
I'm Larry Arthauer, and I'll refrain from touching my neighbor's kids again. What I did was not too kind, but I'm a nice guy, you'll come to find. I've got a backyard and a real nice pool. Y'all should come over for a barbecue. We can make some cold drinks in my blender, but do keep in mind that I'm a sex offender.
Vernon Douglas is my name. My battery arrest is what brought me fame. But there's much more to know about me. I love to dance and I love to ski. I zip and zoom on through the snow. Just strap on my boots and watch me go. But I can't ski until December. Till then I'm just a sex offender.
I'm Charles Dolan, dropping rhymes. I've been arrested 7 times. I know that sounds like a lot. 3 of those times were for vandalism. Feel real bad, I got caught. Might do it again, probably not. I'm not here to make pretenses. I'm here because of my sex offenses.
I'm Sam Pound, I'm number 1. Apologizing for what I've done. In case you were wondering what that was, I snuck into a bathroom and I eat no truffles. I'm just here to do the sex offender shuffle.
Hey everybody, I'm Laura Hughes, proving girls can do it too. And by it, I mean touch your cousin. Was it worth it? No, it wasn't. You won't find me in your child's playset, cause I gotta wear this ankle bracelet. I'm not here to go on a bender, I'm here because I'm a sex offender.
Last name Bermholt, first name Mark. I'm moving in somewhere on your block. Not in a house, but in a van. If you need me to move it, I sure can. The last thing I want is any trouble. I've learned my lesson from the sex offender shuffle.
I'm the one they call Arthur Chase. They said I didn't have to show my face. My first trial ended in a hung jury. If I'm found guilty, they'll unblur me. I'm not the necrophiliac Arthur Chase. That's a different Arthur Chase. I'm not here to be my own defender. I'm here because I'm possibly a sex offender.
Okay, real quick, I'm not like these people. Okay, this is an extortion plot by my ex-wife, who's the only witness, and she's trying to take away my kids. And if I'm not here to pack my duffel, I'm just here to do the sex offender shuffle.